Hey guys, what's up? Resco521 here to make another LEGO Walking Dead MOC for you. And today we have my MOC of LEGO The Walking Dead No Way Out. This is from, of course, Season 6, Episode 9, titled No Way Out. There's going to be spoilers in this video, and I'm bringing this to you guys as promised after my Alexandria MOC showcase. I said, just like I did with my 2 Far Gone MOC with the prison, I told you I was going to be turning Alexandria into No Way Out. So, hope you guys enjoy this. I actually extended it on it. As you can see, I have the actual MOC here kind of sitting on top of a bigger green base plate, just so I can have, you know, an extra 6 bricks of room just to kind of spread out more minifigures and whatnot. So, hope you guys like it. Let's get started right away. I think I already said it, but spoiler alert once again. So, here's kind of like an overview of everything. We're going to start over here by the gate. Of course, we have Maggie kind of chilling on the Watchtower like she was in the, and not really the Watchtower, just kind of like on like a position on the fence, just kind of like a watch position on the fence. She's just kind of chilling up there, like she was in the show after she climbed up there. We just have kind of walkers, getting killed by various members of the group. This area is supposed to be like the scene where all the group kind of bands together at the end of the episode and you know, fights off all the walkers. So we have Father Gabriel. That's my older Father Gabriel figure. I haven't updated him in a long time. That's why he's not that good. I barely put any paint on him. But he's basically just stabbing a walker. We got a few more walkers wandering around. We have Morgan kind of swatting this one with a staff, kind of holding him back. We have Eugene kind of holding this guy back with a shovel. I don't remember exactly what weapons these guys use in the show, so I'm just guessing at this point. And then we just have some more pieces. So we just have some pieces of the Watchtower, of the broken Watchtower laying on the ground. We have one of the broken solar panels with some of the blue translucent bricks kind of, you know, laying on the ground. We have some more walkers kind of just wandering down the street. And this is mostly most of this like area is kind of the same as the actual Alexandria MOC, just with a little bit of destruction added. Up here, because I remember Carol, I believe, was in one of the buildings sniping, so I just kind of put her up here with like an automatic weapon, and she's just kind of firing away down there. Over here we have Sasha, who's firing at that painted walker right there. We have the big lake, which of course is on fire, which was drawing the walkers in. It's kind of like the Watchtower's kind of laying on it, so, you know, it was kind of restricted in terms of space of where to put things, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so we got a huge kind of a bunch of fire in the lake right there. And then we have Daryl firing his rocket launcher, shooting it, just kind of like towards the end of the episode. Here, I'm going to close the door here. Just realized that it cracked open. Alright, so over here, once again, just more walkers kind of wandering through. This is No Way Out, after all. There's got to be a lot of walkers. I'm going to save that scene for the end, because it's my favorite part. We got Glenn, and he's just like firing on a bunch of these guys, just kind of walkers surrounding him. This is right before the scene. There's another walker wandering in, by the way, over like the rubble of the tower and the gate and everything. This is basically depicting the scene where all the walkers are surrounding Glenn right before Abraham comes in, and then Abraham's just kind of firing away at all these guys. And then, of course, like I said, we have broken glass and just kind of gray, like pieces of the broken down gate laying on the ground, and then pieces of the Watchtower right there. And you can see, like, there's like a destroyed portion of the main gate right there. And then, of course, right here we have the big Watchtower, which is being held in by this piece right here. And it's kind of like fallen down just like it was in the show. It's supposed to create the impression that it fell like sideways and knocked over all the gate and then kind of ended at this portion. So there's that. And then we have Abraham standing on that stud right there, using a studs on top technique. There's just part of the broken Watchtower right there, the front of the gate. You guys have seen that before. And then to kind of hold in place, I have nothing going on in the interiors of the buildings, but to hold it in place, I kind of put just this mound of green bricks on either side of the MOC. You can see I have some more like over here, so that way this kind of just kind of fits right in here. You know, you can kind of slide it in and out, you know. So this way I have some mounds of green bricks on either side, just kind of hold in place. There's just a piece of the roof that fell off from when Carol was up there. I just kind of threw it down there so I could put a figure up there. So you guys saw Daryl blowing up the lake and all that, so there's kind of like an overview of everything you guys have seen so far. Just a lot of this is a big figure focused mock. So to kind of conclude it all, we have my favorite scene. One of my, whoops, I just knocked over a figure. What is actually one of my new favorite scenes of the entire series. We have the entire like Anderson family, just kind of mass death. So basically, to start off over here, we have Michonne stabbing just a quick built figure of Ron as he's like kind of firing the weapon, like, you know, it just kind of went off, you know, as like a reaction after she stabbed him. And then you have Carl, who he has the bandage over his eye currently, but just kind of use your imagination, pretend he doesn't. But basically kind of laying on the ground with his eye just gushing blood. It's probably more blood than needed, but to create the illusion, I just put a lot there. But yeah, so his eye is just kind of bleeding out right there. When he's wearing him and Jesse are actually both wearing these cloaks that you know, that they were wearing in the scene that are covering the walker guts. They're using, like, you know, the guts trick. And then you have my favorite scene over here with Rick with his famous, you know, axe chopping off Jesse's hand to let go of Carl. I know technically these scenes aren't happening. These scenes didn't happen like at the same time. Like Rick chopped off Jesse's hand before Carl got shot. I know like this all didn't happen at the same time, but I wanted to pick like several scenes because there's just too many iconic moments. Just, you know, to just focus on one part, so I decided to like include them all. So yeah, we have Rick chopping up Jesse's hand, which is a really quick built figure, and I put a skeleton on her to show that she's being eaten, and she's like already kind of becoming a walker. You can just see the blood dripping down, and then her red blood-soaked hand. And there's Rick right there. It looks really cool. So yeah, overall, that's the mock, guys. In terms of the extended area, like I said, I mainly just added it so I could add the scene with Glenn, the Carl scene, and then I even like extended the road onto this base plate. But yeah, I probably could have put maybe a few more walkers in here, but I feel like I didn't want to take focus away from the main character, so I decided not to put too many walkers in it. But I think overall it looks pretty good. I'm actually really pleased with this one. And yeah, so there's that. I can't think of I don't think there's anything else I'm missing out on showing you guys, so yeah, I guess we'll wrap the video up. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Request more Walking Dead mocks. I have actually made a Hilltop. I will be making the Sanctuary and the Kingdom once we see them in the TV series. And then just request others. You know, whatever you guys want me to build. I'm thinking about updating my Herschel's farm and maybe doing a video on that soon. So, yeah, give me more suggestions, thoughts, comments. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.